Consistency is a lie if you're doing this wrong. Well, have you ever struggled even while you're being consistent and then you have nothing to show for it? In short, the more you struggle to be consistent, the more you show up consistently, the more you feel like a failure. If you've ever felt that way, then this video is for you, because being consistent is not always a good thing and it's not just enough. In fact, some people are incredibly consistent and consistently broke, consistently stuck, consistently going in the wrong direction. And the scary part is that they don't even realize it. So today I'm going to show you what most people don't understand about consistency and how it might be the very reason you are not where you want to be. Hi, welcome to NK Money Tutorials. Here we talk about how to snatch the money bags and everything you need to do to stay afloat online, offline, on the space. If you're interested, click on the subscribe button and join this community. Well, always heard it being said, just be consistent, show up every day, consistency is the key, and all of that, blah, 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 blah. Yes, those advice sounds good. It feels all right. But here is the truth no one tells you about consistency. Consistency without direction is dangerous. Because if you're walking the wrong path or the wrong road, being consistent just take going further away from where you want to go. What I'm trying to say is this: if you're supposed to go in this direction and then you did not know that you're supposed to follow the other direction and you follow the wrong path, no matter how far you have gone in that wrong path, does not make it right. You're consistently walking in the wrong direction and it's leading you even further from your goal and from your purpose. So consistency in the wrong direction, it's very dangerous. So we'll be talking about choosing the right direction, avoiding silent mistakes that keep you stuck, and how to actually build a life that moves you forward and not in cycle. Let's get more into it. Consistency is power, but power without direction, that is where the chaos is. Now, let's look at it like I've said. If someone walks 5 kilometers every day but in the wrong direction, they're not making progress. They're getting further lost. And that's what exactly most people do. Realize that you see yourself, you're always stuck, you're not moving the way you want. You are not aligning. You've not even aligned to the right direction. So you find out that instead of you to be making progress because you're consistent, you are either even more confused, you are further from your direction, and you are stuck even though you're making progress. So it's not just about being consistent. It's about being consistent in the right direction. And that requires you to align with your purpose, align with the right path, because it is even first of all discovering who you are and working in sync with that path that will even make it to work in the right direction. So, and that is exactly what many people are doing in life. They are consistently procrastinating, consistently making excuses, and consistently choosing comfort over growth. And they're wondering why nothing is changing. This is the second thing about consistency that you need to know. If you're consistently doing all these things, your life will not go anywhere. Consistency doesn't fix a bad system, it reinforces it. So if your habits are wrong, your consistency becomes your biggest enemy. For example, like we just said, you're consistently procrastinating. I will do it today. For example, for me to get to do this video, I think it's almost more than 1 month since I posted on this channel. I was consistently procrastinating. I was consistently making excuses because I was doing some other filming in my other channels. I was not choosing comfort. Excuse me here. I was not using comfort at all. I was consistently making excuses. Like I was procrastinating. That was one thing I was doing on this channel. Procrastinating, I would do it, I will show up. In short, for me to film this video, I'm doing it around 10:42 p.m. And I told myself that I must film this video and post it. And because I was waiting for a lot of things to fit in place. And I've always known, I know it like I know my name, that if you're waiting for everything to fall in place, you will never do it. And that is one that has kept me from posting for months on this channel. But I said today, that consistency that I want to talk about, I'm going to start with this channel. So if my habit is wrong, yes, habit of consistently procrastinating, I'm already an enemy of myself because I'm saying I'll do, and I never get to do it. And this is the real reason why people stay stuck. You're consistent, but you're stuck. Here is the reason. They confuse effort with progress. You can be making so much effort, but like I said earlier, if you are not in the right direction, you will not make progress. If you're not properly aligned, you can never make progress. If you're not understanding your direction of operation for something or direction you need to go, you can never make progress. You will just be circumlocuting, moving around a circle, but you will not break forth. So alignment, discernment, knowing your path is very important. Let's be honest, you can post consistently daily and still not grow. You know why you're stuck? I'm even talking, let me use myself as an example. There's a channel I have. I post every day. Am I seeing growth? Almost, almost, almost zero. Yeah, that's the truth. I'm being sincere because I'm trying to teach us that consistency is not all about being consistent, but being consistent in the right direction. I'm literally seeing almost zero growth, right? I'm working so hard, I'm still broke. A lot of us can relate to this. You show up every day at work, you go for your 9 to 5, or you show up in your business, yet you are still broke. Yet you have nothing to show for it. You've been in that business for 5 years, for 10 years, but there is nothing, I mean, absolutely nothing to show. And you're busy, but you're still not productive. It happens. You see somebody waking up, going to work every day, coming back late. It's just like what the Bible says. He says the Lord provides for those he loves while they are asleep. So being busy and being productive are two different things. And that is why being consistent is not enough. So we're going to handle these three things. Why people are stuck. Even when they post daily, they're not seeing effort. They work hard, they're still broke. They're busy, but they're not productive. This is the reason. We're going to trash it out. Effort without clarity leads to frustration. Now, what do we mean by that? In short, you're going to burn out. Over time, what will happen is that this frustration will turn into doubt, you will burn out, and you will give up completely. So, before you venture into anything you are doing, get clarity. Simply put, let me break down the English for you. Get direction. Get direction. Know the path you're going. Know if it is the right path for you. Okay, let me give you something that might interest some of you. A little thing personal about myself. A lot of my mates, a lot of my colleagues, my mates have all had their PhDs, right? Right now, at this moment of my life, if it were me before, I would have been showing that eagerness. I want to save every corner I have to go and pick a PhD form. Am I happy for them? 100% yes, I am. But is that the path for me? At this moment, it is not. Why? Because I understand alignment, I understand discernment, and I understand direction. A lot of them that have gone to that program are even going there without direction. They just want to answer Dr. Mrs., Dr. Mr. Some of them is because people are doing they want to do. I think I've gotten to a point in my life after doing a lot of studies about discovery, direction, purpose. I understand that understanding who you are, understanding yourself is very important in life so that it makes you don't feel pressured to do anything people are doing. You are actually on your lane. It is when people don't understand who they are that they get jealous, they get envious of other people. But when you understand clarity, you understand direction, you understand who you are, you understand purpose, my dear, you will not doubt, you will not burn out, and you will not give up. Even though you might not be seeing any sign of success, of progress, remember, if that path is your path, surely in the end it will speak. No vision speaks in the beginning. Go and check, go and read about everybody that had ever made something out of nothing. From Thomas Jefferson, from Elon Musk, from Steve Jobs, the struggles. Go and read the story behind the glory. It doesn't always look like it. But one thing they did not have is that they did not have doubts, they were not burnt out, and they did not give up because they understand direction, they understand clarity, they understand purpose. So if I had not understood myself, I would have been forced by virtue of everybody is doing it to go and pick a form to go for PhD. But right now, I'm not even tensed. It's not because I don't have the money. Even if the money were there or is there, is not there, I'm not even pressured because there is something I understand about life, understanding who I am, what I'm carved out to do. And the geography of my life might not have anything to do with PhD. Besides, that's anyway, I'm not going to talk much about it. Of what you add, you do things that will add value not just to yourself but for humanity. Let's not even talk much about that. Let's go continue with what we have now. Okay, now the next one is the so if you understand your clarity very well, you will not be frustrated and you will not burn out. So let's go to signs that you're consistent in the wrong direction. This is very important. This will tell you that you are doing the wrong thing, right? Let me give you some real signs to check for yourself. If you're working hard but nothing is changing, know that you are consistent in the wrong direction. You're not even seeing any growth. In my own case, let me tell you the truth though, even if I'm struggling to grow my YouTube channel, because I'm talking about YouTube channel here, YouTube growth, right? At least I'm seeing one or two. I know I've not been consistently posting. So when you've not posted for 2 months, how do you expect people to come and like it? It's almost impossible, right? So I'm not really working hard on this channel, but I'm going to start it. That's why I had to start with this video, consistency, right? So if you, but on a general, if you're working hard but you have nothing to show for it, I don't want to talk about other factors now. Is if months go by, there is zero progress, that means something is off. Listen, no, I'll take it again. If months go by, like 6 months, 1 year, there is zero progress. Let me be sincere. Me, I've been posting and at least one or two followers, one or two comments, one or two likes in a day. Do you understand? But there is zero. I'm talking about big zero. You know that zero that they used to give us in school and they'll put eye, nose, and mouth. Means something is wrong. It shows that you're in the wrong direction. You feel busy, but you're not fulfilled. This is where a lot of people are getting stuck. That's why I said understand you so that you don't get pressured. Jealousy comes from the fact that you don't know who you are. Because if you understand your destiny, why would you be just on another person's path? Understand? But when you're busy, you're doing something, but you don't feel fulfilled, it means you are on the wrong direction. I'll come up with another story here. I tell people that things expire, just like friends expire. Your time in a place can expire. For example, when the children of Israel, their time got expired in Egypt. First of all, they were already tired, they were wailing. They were there for 400 years, they were not complaining. Really entered that 430, 410, 20, 30 years, they started complaining. And their complaint got up to God. And the way to show that they were already tired and everything was that God stirred the people, the leadership of Egypt to start hating them. So their time was already expired there. So everything was now working against them. Even though they were there, they were busy, they were doing things, but they were not feeling fulfilled. They just want to go. So if you are busy, if you're doing all you need to do and you don't feel fulfillment, something is off. Something is off, but you don't feel meaningful. And this happens to a lot of people. You see, so that's why I said, first of all, go to school in line with your destiny. Try to do things in line with the geography of your destiny. It will help you a lot because you will know that you're working in sync with the right thing. But when you're going to school, you just want to go because others are going. My dear, it go choke you. It will get to a point, it will hook you. But first of all, understand the geography of your life, the path of your life first. It's going to help you. For sometimes you work in a place, you realize that after some years, you stop getting the fulfillment. It happened to me. While I was doing a 9 to 5, I've worked there for years, I've worked for decades, and it got to a point. Every hell was let loose from the HOD to the management and other things. I myself, I was equally tired. I was not getting the fulfillment. I knew that if I continue to be there, I continue to be consistent in that path, I will never make headway. I will never move forward. I knew it was time. One of the things or the reasons or the ways you know that it's time for you to move out or move to another location or another part of life is that everything start working against you, especially when you've been in a place for a long time. You spent a lot of time there, and you realize that all of a sudden everybody turn against you. People are just hating on you. People are just, you too, you are feeling somehow there. Sometimes go back to God in prayer and ask questions. You have been consistent, but maybe God wants you to change direction. So it happened to me, and I just knew it was time. I knew. I felt so unfulfilled. This is something I love doing. I'm a passionate teacher. I teach. I'm actually teaching online right now. But at that moment, at that particular place, I was so done. I was not having that fulfillment again. So I was doing that, but it doesn't feel meaningful to me anymore. Now, you don't want to hear what you are doing is wrong, so you stay stuck. So sometimes another way to know that you're consistent in the wrong direction is that you don't want anybody to give you feedback. You just want to do it the way you are. That is this. You're repeating the same mistake, different day, same outcome. You keep doing the same thing, you keep showing up every day, but you're having the same outcome. It's wrong. We are afraid to pivot because we think changing direction means failing. Just like I've explained in the previous point 3, I said I needed to change. I was teaching, but I needed to change direction in teaching. And at least, or even teaching on social media is still teaching, right? I love to teach. It's my calling. It's one of my gifts. One of the purposes of God upon my life is teaching. But then at that particular point, in that particular place, I was so done, right? So if you're afraid to pivot, you're afraid to change direction, it means you're not ready to for change. So you need to understand this. So continuing in the wrong direction is the real failure. Right now, how do you stay consistent in the right way? Because I'm not going to come here and tell you all about consistency, why you're stuck, why you're doing this, and I will not tell you how to be consistent in the right direction. So this is how to go about it. You just have to start with direction, not action. That is why I say discernment is very important. Alignment, you discern and you align. That is why wisdom is important. Discern what you are, you would know it. Maybe we'll talk about this in the next video. If you're interested for me to talk about discernment and alignment, you wonder it's part of this class. It's very important. It is. Just right interested. We'll talk about it in the next video. Start with direction first. Don't just move. Move with intention. Know where you are going to. A person that does not have direction, any road is a road. But if you know that you're going to this direction, you know where you're going to, you're stopping at this particular point, you will move there with precision. So it's very important to have alignment. First of all, discernment, knowing where you're going, and then you align with it. Ask yourself, where is this thing leading me in 6 months' time? Or say 1 year? You should be able to have an end. Nobody might see the end. Nobody might understand this. That's why if you allow mockers to mock you, they will mock you out of destiny. But you that know the blueprint of what you want to do, just focus. And the truth is that it is not going to be easy. You will not even see anything initially. But consistency in the right direction means you will start with the direction first. Know where you are going before you take action. Then measure what matters. Do you know that not everything that matters? As you're going on that path, pick out what is important to you. Don't just track the efforts you're putting, also track your results. If something is not working, adjust it. Let me give you guys an example. I have a Facebook page, and the page was not doing very well. I've been posting and posting almost for a year. I was consistently posting about relationships. I would turn back and come and like those videos, comment on them for 1 year, almost 1 year. Yeah. And I'm like, is it that people are not showing it? And I checked all my settings, there was no problem, nothing. And I was almost getting frustrated because I know that consistency is one of the things you need to imbibe in this social media, and then the algorithm will pick. It's a kind of algorithm stuff. It will now pick that thing you're consistent about and then now start showing it. And like for 1 year, it's not showing it. For how long will I do this thing? And I see the data I'm burning. I said no. I was just at some point I used to be scared to open that particular page because I will check, nothing is happening. It's just so dull. I changed too. I said, what is happening? I now try something else. This was even 2 days ago. Guess what? People that were not liking my videos, people that were just sitting and watching me, they were not liking and commenting just 2 days ago. And I've gotten some followers. And guess what used to happen to me under my page? I would put a video, I would in short, when I post some of those relationship talks, I would start having people unfollow me. It was that bad. But in these 3 days I tried out something new. I noticed I had followers, understand? They were not going, now they were adding up. And I knew people that had left that page because of what I was posting. And I'm like, what exactly is wrong here? That's why I'm bringing this topic to us. Consistency is not enough. It can fail you. When consistency fails, sit down and ask yourself, are you walking in the right direction? And then if you're not walking in the right direction, do not be afraid to change. Anybody that is afraid to fail is not even qualified to succeed. Yes. So you have to stand up and change. I changed because I was like, what is this struggle all about? I was being consistent. I was intentionally consistent. I will post, not just one post. I can post 10, 15 times. I was not seeing results. So I would turn back and like those videos. Or more. Not will let anybody see you. Consistency is okay, but get direction first. And sometimes you can get that direction, it's not working. Do not be afraid to change. Try out something. Do you understand? Smart people don't just work hard, they adapt. Changing direction is not weakness, it is intelligence. I said I changed. One thing I noticed is that I was not losing followers again. And people that were all looking at me, they started liking this video. There are people that they have never, in short, even family members that have never liked that page. They really like it. I see them liking. I say, what? Sometimes it's good to, it's not just working hard though. Smart work is very important. That is the intelligence. Very important. Now, focus on growth, not just the activity. Now that I've changed that direction, am I improving? Ask yourself questions like, am I improving? Am I learning? Is it getting better? If not, you are just repeating the same thing. So you have to be very intentional. Now you have to align your actions with your goal. Every day ask yourself, is what I am doing today helping the future I want? If the answer is no, you already know what to change. For example, what I'm doing right now, the direction I've taken right now, I'm not going to get stuck by God's grace. I'm not going to get stuck because I know that I will have more than enough. And then it's looking so real and surreal, and people are wanting to watch. I said, Omo, that page, I was stuck. I was really stuck. But right now, just 3 days, and I'm seeing followers following me. People are not unfollowing, people are following. And I'm like, God, sometimes it's good to change. Sometimes it's good to listen to your instincts and sit down and ask yourself questions. So consistency is powerful, but only when it is aligned. Because the truth is, you don't need more effort. You don't need motivation. All you need is clarity, alignment. Because once your direction is right, every small step starts leading to bigger results. So here is what I want you to do. Don't just ask yourself, am I being consistent? Ask yourself, am I being consistent in the right direction? If this video made you feel different, go ahead and like it, subscribe for more content like this, because sometimes the problem isn't that you are not trying hard enough. It is that you're walking the wrong path consistently, and now you know better.